Update number 7, 1981 Suzuki GS750L. So we've been doing a lot of riding, haven't been working on Suzuki as much as we should. We've been conditioning the frame, also got the front wheel done. Gonna do the rear, but I got some larger tire irons coming in. It's a little easier to get that tire. Old tires are miserable trying to get off. So hopefully the larger tire irons make it a little bit easier. But here's a closer look. So you can see, we really try to, and we just use these little conditioning pads and a die grinder on the air tank. All these external, the high vis, all the high vis places, I really want to make sure all that is super smooth for when we lay down the primer and paint on the frame. Again, the rest of it, a lot of the stuff you can just scuff. If it's not going to be in a high vis place or things, you need to scuff it up with some 180, and then lay your primer down, and then we use a jet black for our frame paint. Pretty standard. We were going to do the gold with this and try to do kind of a Bandit Trans Am thing, but we've got away from that. But it's coming along. It's slow. We still haven't done any cutting or anything because we don't have the seat yet. He had to make the seat. We should be getting it this month. Once we do that, we'll put the tank back on, put the seat back on. We'll cut for our hoop. We'll weld our hoop in. Also, haven't completely decided what we're going to do on side covers yet. In fact, I'm probably going to have to mount all the electrics back up in here, put the battery box back in here, and mock it up before we start painting, because candidly, I want to make sure I'm happy with the custom side covers. So that's another thing to think about. The front wheel turned out really good, cleaned up well. This is the right side because it does not have the speedometer key. Learned a valuable lesson a few builds ago on that. Speedometer key, left side of the bike. Don't get it twisted. But it cleaned up good. We're going to do the same thing with the rear. And like I said, pressure washed the engine yesterday. Going to polish up these gloss areas and see what we can do. I'd like to polish up these side covers as well and just do black on the engine area and then polish out the side cover. But candidly, this is pretty bad. So we may end up just blagging out the entire engine. We'll see. Maybe we'll leave these. Anything we can clean up that we'll put a little bling in it. We'll bling it. But if not, we're gonna black it. So that's the direction we're heading on that. So there's update 7. We're gonna paint that engine up today, and when we get those tire irons in, we'll start working on that rear. And we'll continue to kind of chip away at the frame. No rush, because we can't do anything until the seat comes in anyhow. So until then, we'll keep riding. Blue bike's running great. Love that thing. Virago's running okay. Apparently those things are designed to run a little lean for emissions purposes or something. Backfires a lot. Again, all that apparently is part of the emission controls on it. It's a little weird, but it runs great. It's got a lot of power. That clutch, I did a clutch adjustment on it, and it's money. Green bike. Got it out the other day, getting it ready to do some rides, and the headlight, the connector behind the battery box, the headlight wire was a little inconsistent. So tune that up, put the blade fuse box on there. Just getting ready, man. The weather's getting better, and it's going to be a great year.